Everyone this year has overlooked this driver, but not me, not Let's Play Through. On today's video, we're taking a look at the Tour Edge Hot Launch E525. And in a world of $650 drivers, the price point of this bad boy at $249 seems really good if it can get through our battery of tests. On today's video, we'll take it out on course to look at distance, forgiveness, workability, aesthetics, and value. And we're gonna see if this one can hang with the big OEMs out there. First, let's take a closer look. All right, here we go. Here's the Hot Launch in hand now. The first thing I'll say is this head cover is a budget head cover. It's kind of a pleathery feel. You know, it's not the best, but what do you expect for the price you're paying here? It'll do the job. There's the product. This reminds me of the Rogue. Do you remember that big weight at the back? That's very Roguish from Callaway. I had that driver. On top, also kind of looks like that driver with that matte carbon fiber look. Now, one thing you're getting here with the Tour Edge is the Ridgeback. Now, this is technology that's actually brought over from Tour Edge Exotics, their more expensive line. So it's great to see it in the value line here from Tour Edge. This is going to provide more stability and increase the MOI along with that back weight. You also, if you were to see the schematic of this, have a lot of stability here at the bottom. So this kind of T shape carries through on the top and the bottom of this driver. Again, helping you get some higher ball speeds and maybe a little bit more lift out of the driver, which for the folks that they're targeting is exactly what they need. Now, what you don't see here and what's not written on this face, but is built into this is diamond face technology. Now, again, that's another technology carried over from the more expensive Exotics line. That is going to be variable face thickness that's optimized with all sorts of different points on this driver so that you're going to forgive a few of the sins that us mere mortals make out there on the golf course. Now, one thing you're also going to be missing here in this line of drivers is you don't have any adjustability here at the hosel. This is a fixed hosel, but there are a number of different loft options available. You've got 9.5, 10.5, and 12-degree models to choose from. Again, not a lot of adjustability here because you have that one fixed weight back there. I guess maybe it's swappable, but really it doesn't seem to be. In terms of shaft, I've got this paired with a shaft that I have never played before, so I'm actually interested in playing it. This is the UST Mamiya Helium. It's 60-gram stiff shaft, so that's a good weight for me. Really nice looking package. Again, very Rogue-like. Let's see how it performs out on course. All right, so first initial swings here with the E525. I've got a nice dog leg left, which is great for my draw. We've got our Garmin G80 here to give us some launch data, as well as to measure the shots for us, so we know exactly how far we hit them out there. And even more fun, we've got a sprinkler to drive it right through because it's first thing in the morning out here in Tampa. By eye, lines up really good, big looking head to me. And the shaft seems, I gotta measure it, but seems just a little bit less long than my stock driver now. Ooh, that ball is on a really good line. Drawn right back to right center of the fairway. Club head speed 98, ball speed 143. The smash was high, 146. That's good in terms of efficiency. And the estimated carry there, 225. We might have squeaked out more. That had a really nice launch to it. One thing I've got to mention, and this is something their Exotics line, their higher end line has really worked on, is sound. This one though, pretty tinny. I didn't love the sound coming off the club face. It did feel good, but sound-wise, not my particular preference. I know that's a big thing for people, so I have to mention it. Shot 2 here. Oh my gosh. Almost like a carbon copy of the first drive. Although I hit that one slightly more toe side, that was extremely forgiving result. The club head speed 97, the ball speed 141, the smash 145, the estimated carry 222. Now, I mentioned that I think the shaft might be a little bit shorter than what I'm playing, and that probably contributes to slightly less club head speed, because normally I've been hitting it over 100, about 103 is my average, but I'll see if I can put a little bit more into it with this one and see what we get out. But I'll tell you what, in terms of like direction and launch, 2 great first shots. So I put a little bit more into that one. I pushed it out to the right. I just didn't quite get across it, but it should be findable. Well, club head speed still 98, ball speed 145. Again, the smash 147, it's pretty high. With these like 10K drivers and the really high MOI drivers, we're seeing the smash factors come down a bit, but we're getting good efficiency out of this one. The estimated carry there, 231. Let's go find them. All right, so I actually hit that one OB. I'm in someone's yard. But we gotta know the distance, and that there is 236. Now the better ones are here in the fairway. Not exactly side by side, but definitely on the same line. And these were hit, I'd say, significantly better, so just a poor swing there. Oh, it could have been worse. As bad as a swing as that was, that could have been a lot worse. The out of bounds is really close on this hole. In terms of distance for this one, 239 is the number. Again, right side of the fairway. Good result. And this one is up here at least another 15 yards or so. And for a swing that was, what, 97, 98 miles an hour? Again, a very efficient driver there, 252. So good number for that swing speed. So far, so good for this driver for the price. I'm happy with that for a first test. All right, next test here is a really important one, especially to the lower handicappers or people that want to shape their shots. This is the workability test. So this one's a dog leg right, all right? So we want to hit a shot swinging from left to right or a cut shot. This goes against my normal shot shape, but that's a great thing because we really see how workable these drivers are. So I'm gonna try to hit some fades here with a more of an outside in swing, and I'll be aiming where that sprinkler is finishing right now, but basically left side of the fairway. We'll see if we can bend it around here and where it finishes. So again, off the front of my foot, I've opened up my stance. That's how you hit a fade, at least the way I hit a fade. There's different ways to do it. And I'm going to take an outside to in swing here. Well, it's got a nice little subtle cut to it. I actually kind of hit that toe side. I assume we'll even have more cut if I hit it in the middle of the club face, or certainly heel side, but not bad, honestly. Shot 2. There we go. That was middle of the club face, and that is swinging into the trees, which is great to see. I just wanted to test this for max workability, and we got it right there. So we know we can hit a cut shot. That's not a problem. What I want to do now is hit the opposite. Now, it doesn't favor the shape of this hole, but what I'm going to do is aim out here towards the trees. We're going to put this ball now back in my stance, shut my stance a little bit. I teed it a little lower. We're going to see if we can hit that low hooking draw. Oh yeah. Talk about low. That almost didn't get off the ground, but again, shot shape, exactly what I would expect there, or want really, if I was trying to keep it under the wind. The last one we're going to hit here is going to be just a kind of a high draw. We're going to start it on that tree line, see if it's kind of hit more of a subtle draw. And that's exactly what we've done. So, boy oh boy, I'll tell you, for a budget driver, generally we don't see as good a workability as we're seeing out of this one. That bodes really well. Let's go to the next test. All right, next test here is the max distance test. So I'm going to try to generate as big of club speed as I can. Hopefully see it crest over the hundreds here. I think the fastest driver that I've tried this year, I was able to get my club speed up to about 108. All right, so I'm going to take some big cuts at this one, and then we will measure the distance on this pretty straight away, maybe slightly dogleg left hole. That one peeling off the right side. I did get my club speed over 100. We're at 103. Ball speed 149. Smash 145. Estimated carry 241. And with that draw, we should get some nice spin on the ball moving forward and probably squeak down a few extra yards that way as well. Draw generally gets a little bit more rollout than a fade. Shot 2. Oh, it's turning over a lot. Oh, it hit a tree. But the club head speed was 102, ball speed was 149 again, smash 146, and the estimate carry again 241. Let's hit one more. I want at least 2 that we can actually physically measure, but man, that was pretty consistent. That one is piped. Started straight, kind of moving down the left side there. May catch the rough, but again, very consistent. Club head speed 102, ball speed 149, the smash 146, the estimate carry 242. Let's go find out where they finished. All right, so here's our 2 balls in the fairway. This is the most I can give them here today, at least. And I'm getting, on this drive, 263. Walking up just a little bit further, here's my maximum with the tour edge. It's 267. Very solid number. So distance-wise, a pretty good performer. Now, we've had some drivers here beat it. We've also hit him with some higher club head speed. I think in terms of efficiency, this driver does really good. If you can generate some good club head speed, you're gonna get enough out of this one. All right, let's see if we save the best test for last, which is the forgiveness test. I'm gonna try to hit this on different areas of the club face. It seems like a very forgiving driver because I've already hit a few off the toe here, but we'll try it off different areas, including the heel, some high shots and some low shots. This is the heel shot. So I'm moving up on the ball and I'm gonna do my best to really exaggerate it. That was heel, wow, but it was straight. That did not deserve to be straight. I expected it to be out there on the right somewhere. That just kind of found the left rough. It's bounding down there. Really good for a heel strike. We'll try a low strike now. We already know this is pretty good off the toe, so I'm gonna kind of skip that one, but we're gonna go to the low strike. So I'm teeing it like 3 wood distance in order to pull this one off. That was pretty low. It's skirting past the trees with a nice draw, and we're back in the fairway. Right side of the fairway, I'll take that for a low hit. And try one more, see if I can get it right at the top of this face. I'll tee it as high as I possibly can. And that is beautiful. Beautiful. Forgiveness-wise, great performer. In fact, I think that's going to be one of the main reasons you're going to want to buy this driver. Now that we've seen it all, I think it's time to rank this driver. All right, let's start off here with distance. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a very long driver and very efficient at those 146, 147 smash factor numbers we were seeing. Of course, I'd love to be at 148, 149, but pretty darn good. 267 is where we topped out. That is a good number. When it comes to forgiveness, I think that's where this driver really shines. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 for forgiveness. And in terms of workability, generally the antithesis of forgiveness, I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 for workability. I think you're able to shape your shots as needed with this one, which is great to see for a budget driver. In terms of aesthetics, I'm gonna give this one a little bit of a lower score. We're gonna go 3.5 out of 5, mostly for that sound. I think for a lot of people, it's gonna be a bit of a put off. Looking down at it though, beautiful driver, big head, like I said. I like the stealthy look. In terms of feel, I think it's maybe lacking just a little bit knowing where on the club face you hit it, but it does a pretty good job. Really marking this one down for sound, and that's clearly subjective. In terms of value, again, 5 out of 5 for me. Really, you can't beat Tour Edge, what they're putting out in terms of value for the dollar you're paying. And in today's day and age of clubs that I think are going to continue to get more and more expensive with tariffs and other things that are happening, $249 for a driver like this, I think is a really, really good value. So a great score here for the 525 from Tour Edge. Great work from the folks in Batavia, Illinois. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more reviews from some overlooked brands, this is the channel to stay tuned to. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.